Bilderberg group that is attempting to get rid of the sovereignty of the United States. The truth of your world government has now been exposed. We know you are ruthless. We know you are evil. To David Rockefeller, to the Rothschild representatives here, to the Queen of the Netherlands, to all of you, we tell you, you are not our queens. You are not our kings. You are not our gods. We do not belong to you. We are not your slaves. We stand as free humans and have stood since the beginning of time against the strong men, against the thugs, against the bullies.
right, folks, there's a lot going on right now. Decisions being made that are unprecedented and will have an overreaching impact on what it means to live in the United States of America. Both the Senate and the House of Representatives have just overwhelmingly passed the National Defense Authorization Act. Squeezed into this military funding bill are two provisions that give the military not just lots and lots of money, but lots and lots of power as well.
A new generation of surveillance drones could soon be watching us all. The Federal Aviation Administration is expected to announce plans to expand the use of domestic drones in American airspace.
Well, get ready to look up at the sky and see drones hovering above. As of now, unmanned aircraft could only be used by military airspace and by certain law enforcement agencies. But this week, Congress passed a bill that would allow for commercial and private use of the drones.
I have two words for you. Predator drones. You will never see it coming. You think I'm joking?
Law.
Particularly to hear President Obama claim the power to keep people in prison indefinitely with no charges against them, no conviction, no sentence, just imprisonment. It's particularly stunning to hear him make that claim in the middle of a speech.
Complex prepares mass graves for U.S. citizens. We're getting all these emails pouring in from around the country saying, hey, they've got these in my town, Abilene, and other areas. And it goes with all the plastic FEMA coffins, other reports that have been in the news, where they're in Indiana, Illinois. FEMA says we need to prepare for mass graves. Is it for bird flu? Are they getting ready for World War III? This is being set up at a military cemetery in Phoenix. Let's go ahead and bring the man up. He's been out there taking photos and interviewing people. We've been putting calls in all day to the head of the cemetery. He hasn't called us back yet, but let's go ahead and go to Shepard Ambulance. Shepard, thanks for coming on with us.
Thanks, Alex. I appreciate it. How's it going?
Good. Tell us how you first discovered this, what's going on there. We have the photos. We have the satellite photos. I mean, you caught them doing this deep into their operation. There's a bunch of other areas where they've buried these crypts.
Yes, absolutely. Well, my friend alerted me to this originally, and, he said, what do you make of this? And I told him right away, because, I'm familiar with the FEMA coffins and also some concrete caskets in a cemetery in L.A., and basically we went over and investigated it, took some pictures. One of my friends ended up interviewing a truck driver that was part of the operation, and basically gathered from the truck driver after about 10 minutes of the truck driver kind of beating around the bush. He basically said, look, these are for U.S. military, and four caskets fit in each one of these burial vaults. And basically went on to say, he got paid an awful lot of money to do his job, and sounds like a little bit of a bribe to me or something.
And I just want to explain to people, then we're going to pick your brain on this. Explain to folks, this is the way regular military cemeteries work. It's one coffin, one crypt, and then there's space around the graves. They're going in, digging in 10 feet, as you said. We have the photos of this, putting in all of these crypts right up against each other. So I guess this wouldn't be properly marked graves. This is not the way it's ever been done. And they're doing it at night, which is very, very secretive. And then it dovetails in with the FEMA plastic coffins all over the country, Georgia and other areas, confirmed from the company that sold it to FEMA. Centers for Disease Control massing these. I mean, this is like 28 days later or something. This is very frightening.
Yeah, absolutely. This is, I kind of got this to you guys a little bit late. I've been working on this, but absolutely, they've been working on it over the last 30-plus days. It's a large-scale operation. I mean, semi-trucks literally every morning, they start during, it's still dark, they start real early. Then they start lining up, literally bringing these things in and just unloading them all day long, stacking them in tightly together. The interesting observation I made was they actually went ahead and laid down what's called ABC or some kind of rock that's, you know, probably 1 to 2 inches in diameter on the whole base of this thing. And now I've done a little bit of research about mass graves in Germany and whatnot, and I thought this could be, you know, aid with the decomposition process, but basically is what I'm thinking is it's some kind of drainage system or bedding that was installed.
Yeah, stay there. And I wasn't criticizing you for getting into the project late. I meant you discovered it late in the project. The millions of FEMA coffins all over the country, a couple 100,000 just in Georgia alone at one side. And then we go up, there's the name of the company, you call them, it is a plastic casket, and they're just staging them for the CDC. That's obviously for mass plague. And then we've had government officials on, you know, inside source reveals FEMA and DHS preparing for mass graves and martial law near Chicago. Daily Newscaster, that was a month ago.
Yes, absolutely. And let me tell you also, Alex, there's a video that surfaced from another plastics company. I can't think of the name of it offhand, but you could probably find it on YouTube. It happened to be in Canada, just north of the Washington border.
Yeah, I've seen all those videos, and when I need Kurt Nimmo doing a fabulous job to do, put it all together. You know, grab the Daily Newscaster article, which he's already done. Grab the plastic FEMA. Somebody's got to dig up. It's 6-7 years ago, so it's hard to find. Headline, Rocky Mountain News, governor discusses or governor says mass incinerators and graves ready for 15,000 a day, I think is the headline. I mean, I read that on air. We need to find that. Go ahead.
Yeah, and, you know, like I said, this is just kind of suspect. I have a feeling it's going on all around the country, and, you know, this is where we need to call for the listeners to really do some investigative research, and let's see where these things are turning up all across.
Because if there is a big terror attack or something, a bird flu or a nuke, how come they were getting all these graves ready?